is a shocking statistic. More people nationally die from prescription drug overuse than they do from traffic accidents, and Colorado is second in that ranking. Hello, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver, and we are here in the state capitol talking with state lawmakers. Joining me now is Representative Beth McCann. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
This is a big issue for you, coming from a field of law enforcement, that background. Talk about what we see when we see this issue of prescription drug overuse.
Well, we see, unfortunately, people who have pain and then begin to get addicted to pain-killing narcotic drugs. And then they may shop doctor to doctor, or they go to an emergency room and get a new prescription, go to a different emergency room and get a prescription. So they're able to get a lot of prescriptions and use them way more than they should be used.
In terms of legislation, what can you do, Representative, to kind of enforce the law on this? Obviously, there's parts of that that are already illegal, but what can you do to really crack down on this issue?
Well, I'm running a bill this year to strengthen what we call our prescription drug monitoring program, which is a program that allows pharmacists to enter data every time they fill a narcotic prescription. And then the providers are supposed to check that before they prescribe. So this bill will strengthen that program and also allow for the program itself to notify providers when they see abuse, so that the provider can talk to the patient and hopefully take some action.
Right, so really a sharing of information, which obviously from doctor to doctor, they don't always know what that person is taking.
Absolutely.
Is this a program that has already been run in other states, or are we kind of leading the way on that?
There are programs in other states, and we actually have the program here. It's just not being used.
Right.
So
your bill would bring some enforcement to that, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about another bit of legislation as well, the issue of mental health. Certainly we've seen, so many shootings that have happened here in Colorado. It feels very personal for many Coloradans.
Yes.
When that happens over and over. In terms of mental health, what are you really leading the charge on to change in that regard?
We've had a large group of stakeholders from the mental health community meeting since July to work on our involuntary civil commitment statutes. So when someone is in crisis, they can be taken to an emergency room or a mental health facility for an evaluation to see if they need treatment, if they are dangerous to themselves or others. So we are putting a definition of danger to self or others in the statute, which has not been there before, and we're refining the gravely disabled language so that people will have more options when they have a child or they know someone who's in crisis. And also we're consolidating some of the substance abuse commitment statutes to make them more understandable and usable. And hopefully that will lead to a better result for many of our folks who have mental health issues.
And was this brought to you by constituent concerns, or was this something that you just kind of read the news, felt strongly that this is something that needs to be changed in Colorado?
It's kind of a combination of both. Actually, the Department of Human Services was concerned, and so they talked to me about it, and my own interest in mental health issues helped shape how we proceeded.
Right. Well, definitely a lot of hard work ahead for the legislative session. Thanks so much for being with us and sharing some information on the bills that you're working on.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yes, thanks. Representative Beth McCann, thanks for being with us. And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Beverly Weaver.